Hi there soulmates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to draft a basic sleeve pattern for both long and short sleeve. If this is what you like to learn, kindly watch from beginning to the end. And to our returning subscriber, you are welcome. Thank you for always coming back. If you are seeing this channel for the first time, you are welcome. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. What to do is I'll draft a starting line on my pattern paper like this. Now this can be drafted directly on our fabric also, so whatever I'm doing here, you can do it directly on your fabric. So I've drafted my starting line. So the next thing to do is I'll measure my sleeve length, and my sleeve length is 10 inches. So I have 10 inches, so your own can be 8 inches depending on how long you want your short sleeve length to be. So I'll be making use of 10 inches. So I have my 10 inches here. I'll just use the marker also to connect this. So the next thing to do is we call something cap height or the biceps. So we make use of 4.5. It works perfectly for an average size or adult. It works perfectly. So that's the cap height of 4.5. So I will also rule it out. Now to get the width of our sleeve so that you will not have sleeve that is tight on your armpit, now we use the formula of shoulder divided by 2 plus 1.5. Shoulder, the person's shoulder divided by 2 plus 1.5. Now this one, now the sewing allowance is inclusive. Now this might not work for some size, that's the plus size. So I'll tell you what to do if you have such case. So the person's shoulder measurement that I'm making use of is 14. So 14 divided by 2 will give us 7 plus 1.5 will give us 8.5. Do you understand? So the width of my basic sleeve block is going to be 8.5. So I have my 8.5 here, 8.5 here, and 8.5 here. So I'll make this one also into a straight line, but I'll just be using my pencil because we'll not be needing the lines like that. Do you understand? So let's leave it like that. So the next thing to do is from this point to your cap height or bicep height, we'll draw a straight line like this. That's, you slant it like this. Now I'll measure what I have here, and what I have here is 9.6 inches, or we'll leave it as 9.5. So 9.5, we'll divide it into 2, or let's make use of the 9.6 divided by 2. We have it here, and whatever we have here, we divide it by 2 again. So we have it halfway, and the same thing, we have it from here to here, we have it halfway also. Do you understand? So we are going to dot this line half. So we are going to be dividing it into 4 sections now. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 sections. So I'll just dot it. This is the midpoint, this is halfway, and this is the other halfway. So now on the first part, because my pattern is folded into 2 like this, so I will move out by 0.5 inch. So on this part I'll go up by 0.5, and on this down part I'll come in by 0.5 inch. Do you understand? So I'll come in, I'll go out by 0.5. Now this is not hard because we want to have an inverted S like this. We want to, how I will connect this, I will measure 1 inch on our starting line because we don't want the sleeve to be pointed. So hip curve, fine. And if you don't have your hip curve, you can also use your free hand in connecting this. So we'll connect from here to here. Do you see it? Then to this point, to the midpoint, and I'll turn my curve like this. We'll connect it from here to here and here. So each of the points, I'll make sure that they blend. So look at it now. Let me now use my marker. I have something like this and like this. You know, while we are drafting our basic bodies, we have the front one, that's the across front, to go deep, that's we come in on the armhole by 1 inch, and the back would only go in by 0.5. So that is why this is applicable here, because this part now, this one that I'm dotting now, that one will go for the back sleeve. Do you understand? So this is going for the back sleeve and this is going for the front sleeve. Do you understand? So I have it like that. Then my round sleeve is 10 inches. So I'll come to the down part here and have my 10 inches. So 10 inches divided by 2 is 5 inch. So I have my 5 and plus 1.5, just like we added 1.5 to our calculation then. So I'll be connecting this to this. Now you can use your ruler or you use your pants curve in connecting this. So making use of my pants curve. Can you see? A basic sleeve is as simple as this. So now, like I said, I front and this side is going to the back of the sleeve. So now I will cross check before cutting this out. Now if you want to cross check, you do your tape measure like you see me do. For the front, you measure the curve like this. Now this is giving me 10. So for the front we have 10. So I'll cross check my bodies if it corresponds with it. Maybe it's also 10 with my sewing allowance on the body. If it's 10, fine, that means we are good to go. So I'll cross check for the back also. I'll follow like this, and this is giving me 9.75. So for the back we have 9.75. So this also should have both the one that will go to the round of the sleeve of the pattern that you've already drafted out, and plus your sewing allowance, because we've already added 1.5 to this. But now let's now say after you draft this and you have shortage, it does not even go round the person's sleeve. What are we going to do? So I'll show you that. Please keep on watching this video. If you have watched it to this point and you have not yet subscribed, please kindly subscribe to my channel. So now I want to cut this out. We assume that this one go round as body sleeve, that's the sleeve of our dress. Now this will fit it with our sewing allowance. Now before you cut this out, let's say you are using lining to turn it in, or you are just folding your sleeve in, you will not just cut like this. So I want to add 1.5 for my folding allowance down. 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So I'll rule this 1.5 out. I'll rule it out. Now if you want to cut this, I'm doing this this way. Now just look at what I'm doing. Before I cut my sleeve, I'll fold it over this way on that point. Can you see it? I'm folding it over like this, then I'll cut. So I'm cutting the back first. Can you see what we have here? If we have cut it like this, if we have done it straight like this, what happen? We'll have shortage for this. So please always do this when you are cutting it out. Always do that before you cut your sleeve out. Now, you know, on this pattern now, we only have 10 inches for our sleeve length. So if you are cutting on your fabric now, don't forget to add your ½ inch up here. So this part we already have our seam allowance, and for the down part we have our folding allowance. So I'll open my sleeve like this, and for the front part I'm cutting this out. So this part is serving as the front, and this side is going to the back. Can you see? I'll be duplicating this and show us what to do if you have shortage here. Alright there, soulmates, I've duplicated this pattern into this so that I will show you what to do if you have the case of, after you have drafted this out, you know, after we finish drafting this, we said the front is 10 inches and the back is 9.75 inches. So let me cross check what we have on this pattern. So if you don't know how to draft this, check our channel for this pattern. So I'll cross check like this. The armhole of the front separate and that of the back separate. So we have 10.5 for this. This is giving us 10.5 inches. So please, while taking it, always follow the curve like this. So for the back, this one is 10.5, and for the back, what do we have? We have 9.2, almost 9.5. Let's say we have 9.5 for the back and the front is 10.5. And to complete this and have our sewing allowance, that means we still need 0.5 for the front, and this one is already completed, but the sewing allowance remain 1.75. Do you understand? So now what are you going to do? That means our sewing allowance is 1.5 and we still need 0.5 to complete this. So we'll now increase this one to be 2 inches. So from that point now, we'll use our pants curve, then we connect it back to this round sleeve plus the sewing allowance. So this is what you are going to have. Do we understand? Or if you are drafting pattern for this person next time, what you are going to do is going to be shoulder divided by 2 plus 3.5. It's not going to be 1.5 anymore. Do you understand? So that's why I said sometimes this might not work for some sizes. So let's cross check now. You know, this is our shoulder divided by 2 of 7.5. Then we have 1, 2, 3 and 3.5. So that you just draft the pattern directly for the person. So let's move to the back pattern. Do you understand now? This is how you correct this, and to cut it out, we cut it the same way like this, and we cut the back first, then we cut the front. So you label it as front and back. So do you see it? This pattern now will go around this person's sleeve, and our sewing allowance is 1.5. So when you sew out your sewing allowance, this is what you will have. This one is 5 inches. Then you have something like this. Do you understand? So this is what you will have. So thank you. All right, for the long sleeve, we are still making use of the same measurements. Starting line, like the way we do for the short sleeve, like this. Then you measure your 4.5 for the cap height. The same way, 4.5 for the cap height, like this. Then you rule it out. Now we are going to be taking our elbow line from this same starting line. Our elbow line is 13 inches and our sleeve length, we said 22 inches for the sleeve length. So I'm ruling them out like this. The same thing. So if you do not understand this from the short sleeve, so believe you understand. So this one, we call it the biceps or cap height. This one is elbow, and this is the wrist. Do you understand? So now the next thing is our shoulder divided by 2, like the way we do it the other on the short sleeve, plus 1.5 like this and this way. So we have 8.5. So on that point now, I'll take my line from this point to this point. Do you understand? So after that, I'll get the midpoint. This is this one is 5, sorry, divided by 2. Then we divide this also by 2. Sometimes I do this, I will just eyeball the midpoint and I'll take it. So on this part we go out by 0.5 and we come in by 0.5. So now let me use free hand to connect this. So I have 1 inch from the starting line, so I'll connect it like this and this way. Can you see it? With my free hand, I'm able to connect this. So now on the elbow we have 9.5. 9.5 divided by 2 will give us 4.75 plus 1.5 sewing allowance, and the round sleeve is 7.5, that's 3.75 plus 1.5 also. Do you understand? So this is how to take your wrist measurements. So you do your tape around the wrist in such a way that you'll be able to off it, because if I want to follow, if I'll be able to off it now, is 8 inches, but on my bodies now this is going to be too big for me, so that's why I'm making use of 7.5. No way I'll be able to off this. So I'll be connecting these points from here to here and to this point. So this is our long sleeve pattern. You can see it because our sleeve is not straight, so you can see that if you use ruler now, do you see it? Using ruler, you see the space that you have there. So pant cuff is just the best in connecting this, or you use your free hand. Now before you cut this out, also like we do for the short sleeve, also we do our 1.5 like this, because either you are using lining to turn this or you are folding it in, you really need this before you cut it out. So let's cut out and see what we have. So we do the cutting, start folding it over like this, then we cut the back first. Make sure you don't have any pointy edges. Can you see it? Even at the down part, you still have that shape, not being straight like this. So then I will open my sleeve and cut out the front. Don't forget, if you have the same sleeve, the same issue like we did for the short sleeve, is also applicable here. So this is our all right. We've come to the end of today's tutorial. I hope you learned from it. I hope you're going to be trying this out. So thank you for watching. Bye.